Her white wedding dress didn't burn, only her body did. The dress stayed whole, lying flat in the ashes like she was still wearing it. This happened in my father's village, Niwi, in 2009. I was 16. I stayed there for a few months after my mother died, and I thought it would be boring. But one night changed that forever. The villagers still talk about the moon bride, but nobody agrees on what she was. A ghost, a curse, a warning. All I know is what I saw. It started with a girl named Amaka. She was beautiful, too beautiful, some said. Skin like wet clay, eyes that always looked like she was thinking something far away. She barely spoke to anyone. She lived with her aunt because her parents died in a fire when she was a baby. People gossiped a lot. Some said she wasn't normal, that strange things happened when she was near. Chickens would go quiet, lanterns would go out, even dogs stayed far from her. Then she got engaged. His name was Amaka, a good guy, normal. He fell for her hard. Everyone said the wedding was rushed, like something was chasing them. They picked a full moon night for the wedding. I remember that clearly. Everything was fine until the fire. The wedding was in the village square. Big crowd, drums, food. I was watching from behind my uncle's stall when it happened. Amaka was standing by herself in that white dress. It was so bright it looked silver under the moonlight. The drums stopped. Not slowly, they just stopped. Like someone pressed pause on the whole place. Then she screamed. Loud, sharp, everyone froze, and then her body just caught fire. No matches, no oil, no sound except a scream, and the fire roaring like dry wood. Her whole body burned right there in front of us. Nobody moved. Nobody helped. We couldn't. When the fire died, there were no bones, no body, just the wedding dress, clean and whole, lying flat on the ground like she was still inside it. And beside it, a pile of ashes, still warm. Later, the old women whispered that she wasn't supposed to marry, that she was promised to the man in the moon, some kind of ancient spirit. Her aunt had made a deal after the fire that killed her parents, a life for a life. One elder said, the moon wants what it's owed, even if it waits years. I don't know what to believe. But the next day, Emeka walked into the river and never came back. People say he went mad. Others say he heard a voice calling from the water. They buried the dress in the forest, not the ashes. No one goes near that spot anymore. And during every full moon, the dogs whine. The air feels heavy. Some say if you walk too close to that forest, you'll hear a bride humming. And if you see her, don't look at the dress. She only takes those who look. I went back to the forest where they buried the dress. I wish I hadn't. Something is still there, and it knew my name. I didn't think anyone would care when I first posted, but seeing how many people reacted, I decided to tell the rest. Not for clout, not for karma, just so someone else might be smarter than I was. 3 years after the wedding fire, I went back to the village for Christmas. I was older, braver, or maybe just stupid, but I couldn't stop thinking about Amaka. I faced the fire, the way her dress stayed perfect while she vanished like dry leaves. So I went to the forest, the one they say is cursed. I didn't go alone. My cousin Chisholm came with me. We brought a flashlight, matches, and a small bottle of palm wine, just in case the spirits needed respect. My grandma used to say that. It was quiet in there. Not peaceful quiet, wrong quiet. Even the wind didn't move. The leaves just hung like they were afraid to fall. After walking for maybe 15 minutes, we found it. The grave. It wasn't marked, but I knew. The ground looked newer than the rest. Clean, no weeds. Like something burned through the soil. Chisholm touched my arm and said, "We should go." Then we heard humming, soft where low, like it was behind us and far away at the same time. I turned around. No one. But a flashlight flickered, and then we saw it. The dress, still white, still glowing faintly. But now, it was hanging from a tree branch, like someone washed it and left it there to dry. Chisholm ran. I didn't. I stared at it. I don't know why. My feet felt nailed to the ground. Then the dress moved. It floated off the branch and stretched out, arms forming from sleeves, shape forming inside. I didn't see her face, but I heard her voice. She whispered, "I still remember the ones who watched me burn." That broke me. I ran. I didn't care where Chisholm was. I just ran and ran until I got out of the forest and threw up by the road. That night I had a dream. In it, I was standing in front of her grave. The ground cracked open. The ashes rose and the moon turned red. She stepped out of the dress and said, "The moon never forgets a bride." I've been getting nosebleeds since that day. My dreams are strange. Wet footprints appear near my bedroom window after every full moon, even though it hasn't rained. I think I saw her reflection in my mirror once, just for a second. I've decided not to go back for Christmas this year, because if she remembers me, I think she's waiting.